Oh, this whole time I think I was talking to myself. Well, there we go. Well, I mean, what can you do? Welcome back to the B-Hood stream. Happy Pokemon Champions Day. I will not be playing it on stream because I'm not much of a battler. I think it's a good game for what it is. It definitely needs a lot of work. People are not super happy with it so far, which I don't blame them for. But, you know, it's gonna have some growing pains and stuff. I did go ahead and get the little starter pass thing because I think it's cool. Since we already got a shiny here and we're gonna stick around and cast for a little while longer, I think I'm gonna go and make sure that I can imprison Outrage, I think it is. The one that Dratini has that confuses itself or whatever. I think that's what it is. Yeah. I just don't even want to have a chance of it getting confused and hitting itself and killing itself when I'm trying to catch it in a super swaggy ball. That ain't my jam. Because, believe it or not, I have gotten one or two fishing encounter Dratinis from this spot. Just messing around. Because I really like the fact that you can get Dratini through fishing. It's pretty sick. And the fact that you can get a Dratini with a fishing mark is also pretty sick. It can also appear overworld like this guy here. And, fun fact, if you KO a Pokemon, there's a 50-50 chance that the next Pokemon that appears will be that same Pokemon. So, if you save right before a Dratini in the overworld, KO it, you'll have a 50-50 chance for another one to spawn. And if it doesn't, you can reset or whatever, right? I think this spot, though, will sometimes bug and not get a respawn at all. Also, with the thunderstorm, in this spot you can get an overworld Dragonair. It's a one-time-a-day spawn. It's still pretty cool. If you want to go for that instead of the Dragonite that also appears, I believe, in this area in certain weather. I think it's overcast or something. That's how I got my first Dragonite in this game. Which is pretty sick. Everyone hates on Dragonite's shiny coloration. I'll admit, it's not the best. But its mega color is pretty sick. It makes it blue when it's mega, and it looks pretty sick. So, a lot of shiny Pokemon got a little redemption from their mega forms. At least in my opinion. But yeah, for the time being, we'll go for our fishing mark, Dratini. I do want to get the tree-shaped Munchlax, but the issue is it just makes me fall asleep so consistently, dude. Something about shaking trees, man. It's like the game singing me a lullaby or something. It could be freaking first thing in the morning after I drink 2 cups of coffee. And I'm still gonna start falling asleep. Even after 8 hours of sleep, which, to be fair, is too much for me. Pink? Could have been. Could have been, could have been, could have been, could have been you! Would have been, should have been, could have been, would have been. Yo! I'm getting pretty lucky in terms of shinies, because I think overall I've only been doing like an hour, maybe 2 hours of encounters, you know, every day or so. So I doubt I'm hitting odds before getting another shiny, because I think I've gotten 2 Rotoms and a Magikarp. And I haven't been playing a super ton, so I'll take it. I mean, fingers crossed, knock on wood, knock on a tree, make a Pokemon fall out of it. That being said, I haven't gotten one out of shaking the tree yet. I don't have the best tree shaking shiny luck. That being said, though, I did get back-to-back shinies when tree shiny hunting, and that's the only time I've ever gotten back-to-back outside of Pokemon Go during a community day, which doesn't really count. That's 1 in 40, not 1 in 1365. Pretty big difference. The Magikarp I got the other day, I didn't show it on my clips that I submitted or whatever, but it had the sociable mark. Pretty sick. There was another Magikarp that Theodore caught. I was at Route 2, just throwing in lines for the heck of it because I was bored. And he goes, "Can I do one encounter?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, dude, go ahead." He threw it in one time and got a Magikarp, and it had, I think, the Dawn mark on it, which is a lot less common than sociable. So, pretty sick. I think I transferred it over to his game because I said, "Hey man, if you found it, it's yours." So we caught it, and then pretty sure I transferred it over to his copy of the game. If not, I just don't know where it is because I was looking through my boxes and it wasn't there. And I'm sure we saved it. I'm getting a lot of Gyarados. This spot you can also get Phoebus at 5%. And if I got a fishing mark Phoebus, I would also like that. Because that would just be pretty swag. It's easier to get Phoebus here, but still 5% is not like a super ton. Though it is 5 times better than the 1% at Route 2. And it gets even better than that if you use Storm Drain. I was wanting to call it Whirlpool, but that's not it. Yeah, I think I've gotten 2 shiny Dratinis overworld and 1 fishing. I don't think any of them are marked. I really like marks. I think they're super cool. They were introduced in this game. I do still want a Recluse marked shiny. I've never gotten one. I've gotten hundreds of shinies and still never gotten the rare mark on one. In fact, I mean, I don't check non-shinies that I catch, but I've only ever gotten 1 rare marked Pokemon in general, and that was a Rotom when I was catching Rotoms over and over until I got one with a rare mark. It's in my box. But yeah, I transferred over a marked Rotom, a sociable marked one, which I think is my only mark that I've saved. I think I got a Sodden one, and I didn't save it because I had to use like 5 Pokeballs to get it. But that shouldn't be a problem going forward because I have a whole team of Yampers with Ball Fetch now, so I can refund up to 5 balls per shiny that I catch, assuming I don't waste too many turns and lose the shiny. But that can all be calculated. And I've caught so many Rotoms, I don't think it would be a problem. He's got quite a bit of PP, and he's not really that hard to catch. I just always want to catch him at a fastball. So that takes a little bit more prep. Back in the day, I thought that the fastball would work better the faster the Pokemon that you're using is. So I trained up a Rabombi to use it for catching, and then I found out that I was not correct about the way it worked, and I was wasting my time. I mean, the different catch rates and bonuses and stuff like that can be kind of confusing. I don't really care that much, to be perfectly honest. I just like to catch some cool, rare balls. Back in the day, I used to collect 6 IV Dittos, and then IVs that had like 0 speed or 0 attack or whatever, you know, ones that people like to use for breeding Dittos. I would collect those and then trade them for Apricorn balls. And that's how I got Apricorn balls for like the whole lifespan of Sword and Shield until the next game came out and people moved on from trading in the team. I mean, there's always a little bit of people trading, but not enough to where I could farm them. That being said, I still have a grip of breeding Dittos. I actually found out that there was a Ditto trading channel, so when I was bored, I would just trade people Dittos and just hope that somebody gave me a 6 IV one, which sometimes they did. Oftentimes they gave me trash. And if they gave me a trash one, but it was of a different language, I knew that most people were just trying to get one with a different language so that they could shiny hunt through breeding. So I would just trade that back to people that, you know, wasn't their native language or whatever. But I would also trade on the Discord. I would trade 6 IV. Oh, and on Twitter, I would trade 6 IV English Dittos that I got from raid dens that people hosted on Discord. And I would trade them for like Japanese versions and stuff like that to increase my supply. So even now, I still have a bunch of English 5 IV, Japanese 5 IV, other languages. And then I gave a whole bunch to friends as well. I talked friends into playing the game, and I gave them all perfect breeding Dittos, so that hopefully they keep playing. I was trying to bribe them. Didn't work. There's only a handful of them that played even more than just a little bit. And those were usually my friends that were like already Pokemon villains. I have a couple of them. I have to work one more day, then I get 2 days off. It'll be pretty swag. It's been a super chill week. I've been getting off super early. I'm pretty light on hours, but I've kind of just accepted it. It's not ideal, because I'm about to pay for my vacation, but I'm going to throw it on a credit card. Call it good. Because I'm from Arizona, and I haven't been back to Arizona besides to visit my dad before he passed away in a very long time. So I was going to take Theodore, and he's never been there, to go and visit my family and friends in Arizona and stuff. And I think that'll be pretty sick. Haven't been there in a very long time. Last time I went, it wasn't like for leisure, let's say. I was glad I went, though. I got to catch up with my friend Victor, my best friend. Felt like no time had passed. We were still just goofing around and being silly and stuff. And that's who I'm supposed to be staying with. Who we're supposed to be staying with. Because my mom's going to go there as well and stay with my sister. My sister and my brother. So their house is already going to be pretty full with all the animals and junk. Ah. Could have been a shiny Phoebe. Would have made a good clip. Especially if it had a fisherman's mark. Such an ugly Pokemon, but it's also, like, I love it at the same time because it's so iconic. I want to get it in the first generation that it appeared. Was that 4? I don't remember. Yeah, I want to fish it up in the first generation that it appeared. Here's how hard it's supposed to be to get it. I think once you find the frame, though, you have the frame. You just save there. It's not that difficult at that point. The hard part is finding the frame that it's on. Which I think would be fun. Just like finding the the tree that has Munchlax. I was talking to Derbarian about it, and come on. Talking to Derbarian about it, and he was saying you had to use 2 different 3DSs to like manipulate the clock without messing up your spawn or something like that. I'm sure I could look up a guide for it. But he got it, which is pretty sick. I'll get one though eventually, tree shake it in this game. I'll get it from the game it originally appeared in. And then I still want to do a Rotom hunt in Brilliant Diamond, just because it's a remake of the game that it first appeared in, and I already got it in Platinum. That took a while. I was on the toilet when I got that shiny, sitting there on the toilet, and I was like, whoa! My goodness. Pretty exciting. Ain't gonna lie. Wow, that was quite the yawn, I'm not gonna lie. Trying to guess in my own head what I think will phase next. It's probably going to be Basculin. I'll say Basculin, Gyarados. Maybe a Phoebus. All I'm saying is I don't think that the next shiny we get while doing this is going to be a routine. Could be. Could be. Is it? Is it going to be? Probably not. But it could be. But yeah. Gotta run a route tomorrow. Gonna be a little different. Shouldn't be too difficult. And like I said, even if it were a long day, I need the hours. I just hope Theodore was able to make it to his appointment. I guess we'll see how it works out. Luke. It is going fine, I suppose. I keep changing it up. Every time I keep switching what I'm doing, so now I'm going for fishing mark Dratini. I always consistently go for things that are exceptionally rare. But I decided to stop shaking trees for a little bit, because like I was telling you, I was passing out. I felt a little bad about just doing a sleep stream in between every encounter. But maybe that'll be my thing. The exhausted shiny hunter. Rebrand myself with a Snorlax instead of Rotom. That's a sleeping Pokemon. That and, what's it called? What's the other one called? I can't remember. The first one, no, Slacking. Oh, dang, a Brilliant Spawn, let's go. We got a shiny from a Brilliant Spawn not too long ago. It was a Magikarp. No. But yeah, Slacking. Slacking is also like a sleep, kind of a sleep-themed one, but the OG sleep Pokemon is definitely Snorlax. That being said, Rotom's staying there as my mascot. Shiny Rotom, to be exact. You playing some Slay the Spire? I'm semi-tempted to go switch back to Rotom again. Because I do still want to Recluse Mark Rotom. But I already have 2 shiny Rotom clips. I want to diversify my clip portfolio. Now you got Twitch Prime? It's probably because you have Amazon Prime. That's why I have it. I never use my Twitch Prime on anybody because I'm like, nobody deserves it. I actually used to use it on this one dude. He did Mortal Kombat content, and I really liked him because he likes to troll people. Like, he'll like grab spam them and stuff to make them rage out, and then he saves audio clips of them raging out, and then if you're subscribed to him, you can request different clips be played on stream with like commands, and it's always quite funny. Because he just has like this endless catalog of rage clips of people that are mad at him for being like, why you always gotta be grabbing, man? His name's Foxy Grandpa. Pretty good. I found out about him from playing in a Killer Instinct tournament. It was a tournament for people that are pros in other games. And he did grab spam in that tournament. He stayed true to himself. I think he played Hisako. In fact, I know he did. And he grabbed spammed a bunch. But I think he got beat by a Riptor, if I remember correctly. Wish I had a tasty beverage. All I got is water. Kind of loser just drinks water, huh? But I had a lot of caffeine today, so it's probably better that I The only thing I don't like about Gyarados appearing is his stupid Intimidate ability just makes it take that much longer. Because with my Sparkle of my Mew and his Intimidate, I'm just sitting there like... Animation stop. This little floppy fish ain't intimidating. Kinda got a headache in the center of my forehead. Wow, that headache came out of nowhere. What can you do? I never asked you if you ever watched the Netflix live adaptation of One Piece, because I know you're a big fan. Just curious if you would, like, fully hate it. Or, like, I thought it was pretty good, actually. I've only ever watched a couple episodes of One Piece, but it seemed good to me. With my little to no knowledge of the universe. I'm one of those people, though, where I don't really mind live action adaptations of stuff. Like, as long as they tell the story alright. Like, I watched the live adaptation of Bleach, and I was like, it's alright. The visuals get a little wonky when they try to do, like, the super big flashy stuff. It's still cool. I bet you the next shiny is gonna be this Barboach, man. I would not be all that surprised. Pink? Come on! Could have been shiny, Dratini. You could have just done it. But instead, you just had to be good old and normal, bro. You could have made my day. Made my day. I want. Let the shiny on the Sweet night, make my day. Make my day. Dude, I need a better chair. This chair is straight garbage. Makes my butt hurt and my back hurt. Ugh. Straight trash. It's a stool lowered down to low level of stoolification, but it's a stool with a back. But even still, that ain't the best. Okay, my vision just started blurring for a second there. I think I'm having a stroke or something. Is that what you have right before you find a rare shiny? I'll say yes. And not. Let's say definitionally, even if it were shiny. Magikarp is not a rare Pokemon. If you guys have heard of it before, it's kinda common. 'Tis not of the rare persuasion. Askelin? Everybody like Basculin. Stop for a second there with a Gyarados just swimming around. To get like a pillow or something to sit on. This chair sucks. As long as this next encounter is not a Basculin or Barboach or Magikarp. Once I get one that's not one of those, I'm gonna go get a pad, a pillow, so that my butt can get some relief from this torture. That's not one of the three I mentioned! I got Theodore's pillow, now I'm gonna rip him into it. Just one after another, just tooting up a storm into his pillow. So I'm a good dad like that. Builds character. And pink eye. Two Gyarados in a row. That would be dos Gyarados, if you're counting in Spanish. Alright, let's get another shiny. So I can have some excitement and another clip to grab up before bed. That's right. Dude, I got like this scab from shaving like a week ago. It's hanging on by a thread. And it's annoying me. Wish cash. Wish cash, wish cash, wish cash, wish cash. But yeah, I'm probably gonna grab up a chair. I've been looking at people that are just giving away free ones. I think I might just grab up one of them. For the time being. Maybe I'll invest in a decent one. All I know is that this particular stool is just as poopy as stool might suggest. Alright, this next encounter will be a Phoebus or Dratini. Put your prediction in the chat. What the heck? That Phoebus looks weird. Almost looks like an ugly basculin. An unattractive fish. I need to have a bunch of things on my phone I need to turn off notifications for because I'm annoyed by them. It's triggering me. 2 basculins in a row. Oh no. No more basculins, please. I will take some rich chocolatey Ovaltine. Phoebus! Not shiny. Could have been. Could have been. Why you know what to be shiny, basically? It could have so easily been shiny. I'm not basculin, Phoebus. I don't want basculin shiny. I mean, I take it, because it'd be shiny, but... my ID. That'd be my luck, is to get like a recluse mark basculin or something. I would spike my controller off the ground, head to a nursery, and punch every baby in there. Like it wants it to happen. There's people in the basculin battle like, do you want babies to be punched? If you don't, keep these away, right? Ooh, another brilliant spawn. Whatever shall it be? Another Magikarp. Not shiny this time, though. But that's alright, they can't all be shiny. Fishing all the live long day. Ooh. I feel like it's probably about time we get a shiny. I don't know about you guys, but if we were to get a shiny... Whoa, I'm knocking my webcam off. Ooh, that was not ideal. Yeah, if we were to get a shiny, I would not complain. Not at all. Need to fold some laundry before it gets wrinkled. But I don't care that much. Most of it's going to be hung up anyway. Whole bunch of work shirts. They all smelled like diesel fuel, so I had to wash them. I just realized I didn't wash the jacket. It probably smells bad too. I should check that. Oh well. Before I crawl in bed, I need to see what I'm actually doing tomorrow because it's kind of up in the air. And I need to mentally anticipate. Man, we're getting way too many barboaches, man. Sick of seeing that noodly boy. You get on out of here, boy. Think about switching to row time, though. The classic hunt. Trying to get that recluse mark row time. Alright. Once we get a Phoebus or Dratini, we're gonna switch to the Rotom hunt. Oh my goodness. And it was the very next encounter. There is a lot of, like, long, squirmy Pokemon in this area. Gyarados, Dratini, Barboach. There's a Dratini! And it's not a Dratini. So it could have been. There's always a chance. I guess we're gonna save our shiny luck for our Recluse Mark Rotom that will be happening very shortly. Alright, let's see here. Ooh, look how many freaking Boltons I have from this. From trying to get a, shiny 2% Dreepy. I have 5 of them now. One's marked Thunderstruck. And these aren't even the ones that I think I got one that I'm keeping. That's far too many Boltons. I have tons of Boltons. One might even say too many. I know I would. I was about to accidentally go to camp again. Alright, let's see what weather we got at the League of Outrage. The exact right weather. Let's go. Calculated. Off to get a shiny recluse Mark Rotom. He's the guy that's on the back of my shirt. And inside my bike. And inside my Pokedex. And he controls the camera. Wasn't the first encounter. Could've been, could've been, could've been. Wasn't. Could've been. Wasn't. But it could've been. Oh, there's one over there. Oh, there's a bunch. Come on, fellas. Come to me, all ye that are shiny, and I shall provide you with a Pokeball capture. Oh. Dozed off, woke up to the zip tap. Zip, zip, tap, tap. Zip, that. Oh, well, so much for this keeping me awake. Even the excitement of chasing down Rotoms is not exhilarating enough to keep me from dozing. I think it's already after 5. I already had dinner, so I'm chilling and go to bed whenever. Probably do what I normally do and just lay in bed for a while, get sleepy, fall asleep way earlier than I intended. Wake up earlier than I intended. But not go to work earlier than I intended, you know what I'm saying? What kind of psychopath would do that? I remember what the shiny looks like. Burned into my consciousness. Just waiting for it to appear again. I know one of these times I'm gonna get one of these developers. I got a Wingull in Pokemon Go, like, yesterday. Alright, we've almost fully ran through this path here. Okay, looks like that's it for this one. Call me crazy. I know it hasn't been that long, but I like to be lucky. It's kind of nice. Whoa, Aquanid. I was going to say Araquanid appeared. It was very loud, and I was going to try to avoid it. Instead, I steered straight into it. Not a good strategy to avoid it. I've gotten almost every Pokemon that can appear in this area shiny accidentally. I think the only ones I haven't are Golurk, Pelipper, and Dracula. I have gotten Golisopon, but I didn't catch it because I didn't realize it had a eject button. I false swiped it and then it ran away. And I was like, no. I've got multiple Seismitoads. In a different weather condition, I got multiple Noivern. Dang, that thing was straight up in my grill. Just grinning in my face. It knew it wasn't going to be shiny, so it was just like, hi! Alright. Another shiny Rotom for me. It's all that I need. A little bitty Rotom for me. Jack, looks like I don't know how to play this game no longer. Pretty sure I do. Rotom. More Rotom. Rotom. If I ever get a little community going, I will start auctioning off my Rotoms for fastball. Most people probably don't even have one fastball, let alone the minimum of 2 I would require. But if I can gain popularity, I'll be like, I don't know when I have a 1 fastball, I don't have a 2, I don't have a 3, do I have a 4 fastball? Sold for the gentleman with 5 fastballs. Quit doing that, bruh. Pretty good deal. A genuine wild shiny. Caught by the legendary B-Tizzle account. It would be B-Hood, but at first I thought you could still only have 1 profile per cartridge and I was going to share it with Theodore. So B-Tizzle was going to be our shared account. Then I realized he could have his own and also that he didn't really have much interest in playing the game. And hence, it became my main account. I do have others, though. I think I even have 1 profile that I had set up to do the Morgroom scripted hunt in the Glenwood Tangle. Which the average non-Sword and Shield shiny hunting super fan would have no idea what I'm even talking about. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. I'll be right back. Bathroom, didn't realize I'd cut myself so bad shaving it looks like I slit my own throat. But I didn't. But yeah, I have it set up for a Morgrim hunt. It's full odds. There's this Morgrim in Glenwood Tangle that jumps off of a little spawn. It jumps off of a little like cliff as you walk past it, and it only jumps off and attacks you that one time. So it's a good chance nobody's ever gotten that one shiny because you have to specifically save right before you walk past it and reset the game. Continually jump out after you over and over and over and over and over. What kind of psychopath is going to do that? Me. I would do that. If I hadn't already got the mushroom. Oh. We got another tick bot. Goodbye, Mr. Kickbot. I'll see you next time. One of your treats. Yeah, I think that would be pretty cool, but I've already gotten two scripted ones. I got the Impodim, and I got the Motosoap Geo. Pretty cool. Okay, I haven't got any of the Reggies done. The Reggies seem pretty cool. I'd probably go for Reggie Alakiva. Reggie, another shiny Rotom. I forgot. There's a place where you can get Rotoms that are already in their appliance form on the Isle of Armor. I forgot about that. Did I ever catch one from there? I feel like I probably have. I think I remember doing that. Let's just check my different kind of Wake of Outrage. Overshooting it. Wake of Outrage. Hatch from an egg. Which makes sense looking at the stats. No! I lost my search. This one's still asleep, so I'm pretty sure that's saved my brilliant one. Yeah, with a 2 perfect. And then these ones aren't shiny. And that's the Thunderstruck one. Already checked all those. And then I got 2 more, so let's see what these guys do. Pretty sure I hatched this one. No Wake of Outrage. And then this one. Looks like I hatched this one. Yeah. Okay. I guess I didn't get one. Maybe we'll do that before we log out. Not go and get it shiny, but go find that spawn. I'm pretty sure it's got an overworld spawn. Workout C, that's where it's at. Workout C. Yeah. Yep. Where was it? Yondu? So it's in all weather in the Workout C. I remember what this thing is at. I think the weather changes with appliances. definitely did just hear a really cool song, but we're gonna leave that shiny one behind. So here's Workout C. Here we go. Dude, I can't remember how to boost. Torpedo! Pretty sure it's this little island. That would be the part on the back side. Torpedo! Get off me! That one over there. That one over there. Okay, we're probably not going to be able to use this torpedo this time. Yeah, that's the island right there. Okay. That's the island. So with this weather, I wonder what a plan is going to be. I don't know if this is worth it. Guess with this weather, it's going to be road time mode. Road time mode. Nope, it's road time heat. Makes sense. What was supposed to do again? Be trade or something? Wearing twigs. Existed. Pretty sick. I don't think we ever changed our stream title. We've just been doing road times without changing the stream title. What the heck? That's unprofessional. Oh well. I guess we'll go back to fishing for a second before we wrap up the stream, since we never changed the title. shiny first cast. Now that we're back. Oh, not sure where I got that idea from. I mean, it could have been. Wrapping up the stream here in a minute. Let's set ourselves an arbitrary goal. Once we see one Dratini and one Phoebus, it might take a while, but once we see both one Dratini and one Phoebus, then we'll end stuff. It's like a Dratini, but not an actual Dratini. Like a knockoff Dratini. Knockoff Dratini in a bikini. Another knockoff Dratini. One Dratini and one Phoebus. Which one will be first? Which one will be last? That is also not a Dratini or Phoebus. We're never gonna end stream. After staying up all night now. Why did I set an arbitrary goal? Why did I do it? Why did I do it? Never going to appear. Neither one of them ever again. We get like 17 shinies of other Pokemon. Still be here. Like, I already got fired from my job. Just hurry up. Bob. That is also not a Phoebus or Dratini. It's a very dumb looking catfish. Phoebus. Now we just need a Dratini. Dude, all these bots are advertising for the same dude. I basically want no one to ever watch this guy. Like ever. I hope no one ever views him. Nobody cares about your botted streamer, bruh. Alright, we just need your Dratini now. And then the stream ends. That's like Dratini, but larger and different looking. When will this fabled Dratini appear? Right now? Nope. Goofy catfish boy. Basculin. Still waiting on Dratini. He will signal the end of the streamy. Then I go to bed, have some dreamies. This guy's a nightmare. Basculin. Ain't nobody want you around, my guy. Ain't nobody want you around. One of these days. One of these days we'll get a routine, and then we'll be done with the stream. We might get a shiny beforehand, I don't know. Or maybe when the Dratini comes it will be shiny. Crazy things have happened before. So I was playing Pokemon Champions earlier, and they have very limited amounts of like cosmetics you can get, you know, to dress up your character. But one thing it has right at the very top in the accessories is a fishtail beanie, and I'm just like, what you prioritize is having, you know, like a fish gobbling up your head. I do kind of want to buy it in black, rock fish beanie. Doesn't look terrible. Right now I'm just wearing a snapback, two-tone snapback. Which looks alright. It's alright. Not as swag as my Sword and Shield guy here, looking like a preppy Russian guy or something. Being like, yo, you like the Pokemons? I like shiny hunting. And vodka. Just waiting on that 5% Dratini. Then we stop streaming. Then we go dreaming. Till the sun's beaming. Just kidding, I'll be getting up way before the sun comes up. Way before. Way. Way. We get another Phoebus before we get a Dratini, man. Shiny. And I will just accept that circumstance. Waiting on a 5% Dratini so that I can end streaming. There he is! Not shiny though. But we found him. Alright, well that's it for me, you guys. It's been fun. I enjoyed my total of 1 viewer. Besides the bots. My boy Luke came by. Dude, how the heck? Why'd you send it twice? Dude. This guy they all are spamming for. I hate him. Kick's got a bot problem, I'm telling you. Alright, well anyways. It's been fun, you guys. I'll see you next time.